Hello everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome to this impressions video of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, and a very nice little mobile game there guys, one I would highly recommend for any Final Fantasy fan that has played any of the series and liked them in the past. This game has some very nice traditional feeling battle dynamics, and I'd highly recommend jumping into it and getting a taste of it, because there's a lot going on in it guys. There's a lot of content in this game. There's an online element here. You can see some of these guys are hundreds of days ago, like last year and stuff. I've played this game quite a while ago, but I'm jumping back into it. There's a few downloads I haven't done yet, so I hope I don't run into any of those while I'm playing here. Lots of wee freebies guys. The sort of criticisms you hear, and some of you Yanks can correct me on this, some of the Americans can correct me on this. I think there's a law knocking about at the minute to minimise gambling within computer games and stuff like that, and I suppose they're designed to protect people with gambling issues who go in and spend a lot of money on these games with microtransactions and stuff. Now this game does have microtransactions, but I've never got the feeling that I need to spend a lot of money to advance in the game, to have something to do in the game. There's loads of content, there's loads going on, loads of freebies that you'll collect regularly. A little bit like Mobile Royale in that sense, that you don't have the feeling, certainly in the early days, that you have to spend to advance and do well in the game. So I've really enjoyed my time playing this. It's been a while since I've dipped back into it because I've been doing other things, but I really wanted to do this video on it and show you this guys, because a nice little online element here as well. You can follow people, you can support them, you can help them out. They can pick your character to help them when you're offline, and your character can be in their party and they can use your character and stuff like that. Or if you're online, you can team up and do stuff together guys at the same time, take on notorious monsters, do quests, all of that kind of stuff. You can be sitting in any part of the world and just team up with your friend in this. You don't have to be in an alliance with them, you don't have to be in any sort of group with them or any of that kind of stuff. So so a very welcome change to some of these mobile games where they require you to put your hand in your pocket and stuff. Anybody who's played Mobile Royale might be familiar with Final Fantasy 15, or any of you Final Fantasy fans that have seen Final Fantasy 15 mobile. A bit of a cynical rip-off of the title guys, a bit of a cynical rip-off of the Final Fantasy reputation, because it is one of those pay-to-win sort of deals. But this game certainly doesn't feel like it, and you guys that have heard about the Final Fantasy 11 coming to mobile and stuff like that there, anybody that has any anticipation for that, I'd highly recommend downloading this and trying it out. I've certainly enjoyed it for my part, and that gambling buzz that people are attracted to, and opening up chests and all that kind of stuff, there's plenty of that going on here guys, that you can get without having to spend. And partial cosmetic kind of purchases that you can make if you're really into that, and a lot of them Final Fantasy guys are into that kind of cosmetic stuff and having the right weapon, the right gear and all of that. So there's a certain element of that guys, but lots to be gotten, lots of upgrading and stuff you can do that does not require any kind of spending at all, just requires a bit of time and a bit of effort, and plenty of tactical, strategic kind of stuff going on in terms of who you pick in your party and all of that stuff. I've got Ishtola, Cloud and Hope here, so that's I think Final Fantasy 7, 13 and 14, but correct me if I'm wrong, and don't crucify me guys, any of you Final Fantasy Puritans that are out there, if I've got any of that wrong. But yeah, a long running series guys, and I've certainly enjoyed my time in it, so I might do a couple of other videos, see if I can get back into it. Might include it in a live stream at some point. But yeah, certainly the feel of Final Fantasy there, I'm sure you'll all agree. The traditional titles anyway, and I hope you guys liked this wee bit of a taste of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. check out some of my other Final Fantasy videos from Final Fantasy 11 and whatever if you feel like it. Give them all a like, guys, and whatever else. Subscribe, and for all you guys that are doing that already, I appreciate all the support. And until next time, guys, look after yourselves and look after each other. Check this out. Talk to you all soon. Cheers.